Om Shanti, Namaste to everyone. How are you? I am also good. Om Shanti, ma'am. Sit in any comfortable position for starting the class. Spine straight. Adopt Chin Mudra. Eyes closed. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale for 3 times Om followed by opening mantra. योगेन चित्तस्य पदेन वाचाम मलं शरीरस्य च वैद्यकेन योपाकरोत्तं प्रवरं मुनीनां पतञ्जलिं प्राञ्जलिरानतोऽस्मि। Join your both palm together in front of heart center. Bow down your head towards God, towards Mother Nature. Rub your both palm. Apply an eyes. Slowly and gently while blinking. Open your eyes. Om Shanti. So today's topic is pelvic girdle and lower limb. Any question from yesterday's topic? Any question from yesterday's topic?
Yeah. What do you want to know?
Yes, ask. Ask if you have any question, please ask.
No.
No question.
No question.
Okay. So write down pelvic girdle. Pelvic. Pelvic girdle. Also known as hip girdle. Pelvic girdle known as hip girdle. It formed FORMED. It formed by two hip bones. It formed by two hip bones. And these both hip bones makes joint anteriorly. These two hip bones makes joint anteriorly, ANTERIORLY, ARLY, anteriorly at the joint called pubic symphysis. This joint called pubic symphysis. It meets together posteriorly. It meet together posteriorly with sacrum at sacroiliac joint, SACROILIAC, sacroiliac joint, because this is the joint between sacrum and ilium of hip bone. Each hip bone form after fusion of three bones. Each hip bone form after fusion of three bones: ilium, pubic bone, PUBIC, pubic bone, and ischium, ISCHIUM. Each hip bone forms after fusion of three bones. First one is ilium, ILIUM. Second, pubic bone, PUBIC, pubic bone. And third one is ischium, ISCHIUM. Means each hip bone is the combination of three bone: ilium, pubic bone, and ischium. These three bones fuse together. These three bones fuse together at the age of 23. These three bones fuse together at the age of 23.
What are the three bones? Ilium, ischium, and what else was the third one?
Ilium, pubic bone, PUBIC, pubic bone, and ischium, ISCHIUM. These three bones fuse together to form a single hip bone at the age of 23. Clear?
Yes.
Again write down. Both hip bones, sacrum and pubic symphysis, both hip bones, sacrum and pubic symphysis altogether forms basin-like structure, basin, BASIN, basin-like structure, like wash basin. Called bony pelvis. Hip bone, sacrum, and pubic symphysis altogether form basin-like structure called bony pelvis. H hip bone provides a socket-like structure. H hip bones provide a socket-like structure, SOCKET, socket-like structure called acetabulum, ACETABULUM, called acetabulum, where femur head articulates, Each hip bone provide a socket type structure called acetabulum, where femur head articulates. Every hip bone have a foramen. Each hip bone have a foramen, that is hole inside the bone at downside. Each hip have a foramen called obturator foramen, OBTURATOR, obturator foramen, OBTURATOR, obturator foramen, through which thigh muscles passage. Through which,
Is that where the femur goes?
yeah,
Is that where the femur goes? Is that the joint?
it is a hole inside the bone.
Right, does something go inside that hole?
Yeah, the lower part it present in lower part of hip girdle. This is the structure of hip girdle. Is it visible?
Yes.
This is the upper part. Ilium bone is here, middle bone, pubic bone, and the lower bone, ischium bone, that is our sit bone. So in between pubic and ischium there is a big hole, both side. This hole known as obturator foramen, through which thigh muscles passage. Clear?
Hypmuscles passage?
Yeah, means it goes from upside to downside. Muscles goes through this hole. Clear?
Clear as mud.
Not clear.
No.
Now is this where the psoas muscles goes through?
This is hip girdle, and this is a basin like structure, and downside there is two holes. Two holes are there.
What are those holes for?
Okay, so from these holes muscles passage from front to back and back to front, and goes down towards hip, goes down towards thigh, not hip. This is hip.
Muscle passes through there.
Okay, yeah, muscles passage.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Further write down, there is 36 bones. There is 36 bones attached with hip bones and sacrum.
I think you mean muscles. 36 muscles.
Yeah, 36 muscles. There is 36 muscles attached with hip bones and sacrum. Those provides stability to hip joint. Those provides stability to hip joint. And now write down next point. Pubic arch, PUBIC, ARCH, pubic arch. Male and female have different pubic arch. This angle of lower portion of pelvic girdle, is it visible? This arch, clear? This angle,
Yes. What does it say there? It says pelvic. And then what's the word below that? There's an S.
pubic arch, PUBIC.
But what does it say on your drawing there? There's an S.
Yeah,
What does that say?
the joint is this one, this portion is joint called pubic symphysis is joint. Yes, this is joint, pubic symphysis. Now clear? This black portion is joint. It is cartilaginous joint. And this is pubic arch. Male and female have different female pubic arch. In case of male, it is less than 90 degree. In case of male, it is less than 90 degree. And in case of female, it is more than 110 degree. In case of male, it is less than 90 degree, and in case of female, it is greater than 110 degree. Clear?
Got it.
110. In female, more than 110 degree, and in male, pubic arch is less than 90 degree. Now write down the function of pelvic girdle. Function of pelvic girdle. It provides support to posterior region of trunk. It provides support to posterior region of trunk. Our vertebral column is trunk, and the sacrum is the part of vertebral column. Clear? Sacrum is the part of vertebral column that makes joint with hip bones. So pelvic girdle provides supports to trunk at posterior. Second function, It provides attachment points. It provides attachment points for the muscles of leg. It provides attachment points for the muscles of leg and thigh. And it protects soft organs. It protects soft organs present in pelvic cavity. It protects soft organs present in pelvic cavity. Clear?
Yep.
Any question from pelvic girdle?
Yeah, I wonder if you have a misaligned hip, then how would that, like, anatomically, what would that look
Miss?
like? Is it if you have a misaligned hip?
Yes.
For example, like some students cannot open their hips so far in specific asanas. So
Yeah.
how?
So some asanas is very specific for opening the hip, like Baddha Konasana and Mandukasana. Those opens the hip. Baddha Konasana, Mandukasana, and Hanumanasana, Mandukasana. That is yeah, Mandukasana is for intestine also, but that is one other Mandukasana, hip opening asana. When we open our knee, place on mat and pressing the hip downward. Yes, sit in Vajrasana, open your knee wide and take your body front and press your hip down. That one. Clear, Ramesh ji? Sit in Vajrasana, open your knee in Sasankasana, take your hip slightly up, take your body front and press your hip down slowly. That is hip opening asana. And Baddha Konasana is the better asana for hip opening.
Which one's the last one? What's the name?
Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose.
Ah, okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, our next topic is lower limb. Any other question? From pelvic girdle?
We have to get ready for Ashtanga.
Yes, I know. We have 2 minute time.
Okay, maybe then I can ask one more thing. So if sometimes when you go into Virabhadrasana, reversed
Yes,
warrior,
reverse
and
warrior.
sometimes some people have this pinch in their hip, right?
Yes, yes.
I don't know.
That-
What I'm wondering is, how does it look like? So, what is anatomically what is happening in them? Like, I want to know. I want to see it. What's happening there? Like, why is that? And can I, if I see someone, can I already identify that problem before I get into that position?
Yeah, that is the muscle problem. Actually, muscles are not open, those students.
The hips are not open. The muscles.
No, in reverse warrior, that time our front thigh muscles works. Okay.
Yeah.
So those students don't have flexible front thigh muscle.
Oh, okay.
Okay, quadricep.
So it's also about muscles. So,
Yeah.
So,
Those students don't have flexible quadriceps.
okay. So there are no such things that you can have like the hips actually have the problem.
Yes, yes,
So it's all about muscles.
yes.
Or is there anything that like people have the hips are too wide or too narrow to do certain things?
To do wide, there is many asanas, but doing narrow, why you want to do narrow?
No, narrow hips. I mean, I'm just asking because sometimes people have certain pains, and I'm not.
Yeah,
a
many people have narrow hip.
Yeah.
They can open hip, but it is not work like very wide open hip.
They can work on it, or
They can increase the angle.
Oh, they can.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm going to Ashtanga. Thank you.
through stretching.
Okay.
Okay, sit in any comfortable position. Spine straight, eyes closed. Inhale deeply for one time. Om 3 Shanti together. Om. शांति शांति शांति. Join your both palm together in front of heart center. Bow down your head. Rub your both palm. Apply an eyes. Slowly and gently open your eyes. Om Shanti.